Good afternoon and welcome, Betty, for Clotho Festival 2. My name's Bridget Red and I'm sitting here with Betty, who is a participant in our Clotho Festival. And I'm just going to throw out a few questions and have a conversation with Betty. So to start, thank you very much, Betty, for participating.
Oh, thank you very much, Bridget, for inviting me. Thank you.
You've done a beautiful pocket, which right now is on display on our table, so we are inviting people to come in and have a look. But I noticed that you had done embroidery on your pocket.
Yes.
So what first drew you to embroidery?
Yeah. I've always been exposed to embroidery, in the house, growing up.
Mm-hmm.
My whole lifetime, I think, and I was always interested. Yeah.
Was it embroidery that you created, or was it embroidery that was passed down through generations?
It was passed down, yeah, and I don't know how old it is, so it might be a few generations.
It might be a few.
Actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that amount of embroidery in home, who taught you to stitch, or did you teach yourself?
You know what? I do follow a lady online, the wonderful Catherine Chambers, and she's taught me everything about slow stitching.
Uh-huh.
So I've discovered that in the last few years.
And do you enjoy that?
I love it. Just love it. I can't get enough of it.
So for those that are unfamiliar or just starting to investigate stitching, what do you mean by slow stitching?
Yeah, so slow stitching is it's just a feeling. It is actually hand stitching, but you embellish the cloth with traditional stitches as we know it in embroidery. So there's just a feeling and a rhythm, I think, a rhythm to the stitching. Yeah.
When you were stitching, what would you consider the soul of your work? Is it the thread? Is it the cloth? Is it the story that you're creating?
Yeah, I think it's the story. I always try to create a story, but obviously the fabric's important as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I love experimenting with all different kinds of thread too. So it's all of that, I think.
So, in terms of a story, is it a story that reflects a specific topic or reflects a specific feeling? What inspires you, the story to be placed in stitch?
I think it's both, because there is a topic.
Mm-hmm.
It might be an experience or a statement.
Mm-hmm.
It's both.
And when you do your stitchery, do you draw out a plan? Do you select a color palette? Take me through some of that.
Yeah. Well, the color, I basically just use what I have at home, because I do a lot of thrifting with cloth.
Mm-hmm.
I do design. For instance, with my pocket, I designed what I would stitch. So in that case, yes, but a lot of times it's just, this is going to sound weird, but the cloth tells me what to stitch.
Mm-hmm.
I know that sounds weird, but...
No, that's not weird at all. A lot of embroiderers will say they have a certain feel, and they will stitch. Some prefer a specific stitch. Some use a multitude of stitches. What about you in your case? Do you have a favorite stitch?
I do have a favorite stitch. I think it's the blanket stitch. But I also like to do the blanket stitch on the surface, which is very interesting. And a stitch that I find difficult, oddly enough, is the feather stitch. I don't know why, but but I want to, perfect it and master it. So I'm trying to put it in everything that I do, so I can master
the feather stitch. Yeah, the feather stitch is one of the more intricate stitches, as opposed to something like a running stitch or a stem stitch. True enough. If in terms of embroidery, would you consider yourself a traditionalist or more of an innovator?
I think I'm a traditionalist, actually,
Okay.
because I use the traditional embroidery stitches. So even though slow stitching might be considered something modern, right? I'm always using the traditional stitches. That's what I like. Yeah.
As part of the tradition, do you use specific types of thread, or do you change the types of thread that you
Yeah, I
use?
like to use different types of thread. I love metallic thread. I love like the thick crochet threads. I like the pearl cotton threads, just like butter to stitch with.
Yeah.
So I'm always experimenting with different threads. Yeah.
Is there a specific technique that you'd like to explore more other than the feather stitch that you mentioned
Yeah.
previously?
You know what, recently I've explored two-sided stitching. So stitching on one side, and then when you turn it over, there's stitching on the other side, which looks different. And I just find that very interesting.
Now that's
Yeah.
intriguing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the largest stitchery project you've ever worked on?
Well, I'm happy to say that I'm making a quilt right now.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, and I do one panel a month. So it's going to take me a year to make this quilt. So that's the largest project I've taken on so far. Yeah.
What do you anticipate the size of this will be when it's completed?
Probably a twin bed for sure. Something to, wrap myself up in anyway.
Yeah. Well, it's been a real pleasure chit-chatting with you, Betty.
Thank you, Bridget.
Do you have anything more you want to add to let future embroiderers know?
This is like a new journey for me, so I really want to explore and see where this journey goes. Yeah.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful, exciting journey when you take it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.